Hey guys, so a couple of days ago I went to the plastic surgeon for another nose job, like checkup, and it's been a couple of months now. I had my operation on February 1st and now it's the end of May as I'm filming this right now, and it's just like awesome to see how it's healing and progressing, and I'm just so glad everything turned out alright. So coming into this appointment, I wanted to ask if I could be cleared for glasses, that way I could wear them again, and also if I still had to use the grapeseed oil that they were giving me to help kind of get rid of the scar. And like, you can't even see it, it's literally gone. Like, I know I have makeup on, but even without makeup, it's just gone, and it's kind of amazing. And I mean, like, if you look really closely in the mirror, you might see like a very faint little scar line, but it's basically invisible at this point. Like, you would really have to be looking for a scar. If you like wanted to see the scar, you might be able to see it, but otherwise no one's gonna know. So that's like really crazy because I thought it was gonna take a lot longer to heal than that. So I'm really glad that I don't have to use that anymore. So scar's gone, so I don't have to use the grapeseed oil anymore. And it wasn't required, they just recommended it. They were like, well, it can help with like the progression of how the healing goes, and it can just like speed things up. So I was like, give me that stuff. So the other thing was the glasses, that I wanted to know if I was cleared for that, and I am officially cleared for glasses. And so it's been a couple months, so like stock up on your contacts, or I think they also suggest that if you do have to use your glasses, that you like tape them to your forehead or like put little sponges. Like, there's ways to get around it, but the thing is you just have to give it time. And I think if you actually do wear glasses like before you're supposed to, I think it can leave like an indentation or something. There's a reason they tell you not to do it, so I'm just like not exactly sure what happens, but I really wouldn't want to mess with like the healing or the settling of the bones or any of that, because I really wanted this nose for like a long time, and now that it's here, I just like, you gotta take care of it, you know? You put all that effort into like saving up for a surgery, getting the surgery, healing after the surgery, and you don't want to screw it up by just like putting your glasses on way too early. So just like get some contacts, or just, I don't know, you could probably talk to your doctor and they'll probably help you out with that, but contacts are probably just the best way to go. Also, at this last appointment, we took more pictures of my face now, and I can't believe like how comfortable I am with photographs now. Before, I really hated having pictures taken, which is like a little strange for somebody who puts videos on the internet, but I really couldn't do it. Like, I would never film from the side or just like 3/4. Like, I hated it so much, and now I'm just like, look at my nose, it's so cute. Like, so I'm totally okay with photographs now. So we took some more photographs. They took front view, 3/4 view, and like profile, and also like one with the like this, like where you put your head like that tilted so that they can like see the difference before and after. So after they took the photos, they were like, okay, so can you just like sign this little waiver so that we can use this like online or like on Instagram if you want. And before, like when I was signing all those forms before getting my surgery, I was like, no, I don't want anybody to know that I've had a nose job. But now I'm like, yes, put me on the website, put everything, because seriously, it was so dramatic, you guys. Like, before and after, so dramatic. Like, initially when the doctor came for my checkup, he was like, okay, let's look at like your before and after so we can see like how things are healing and stuff. And he was like, oh my god, get the photo room ready. Because it's so different now, and I just really love it now. So we took photographs, and I was like, yes, show this to everyone, because the way that I found my doctor was through other people's photographs and through reviews on Yelp. I still have to do that, I forgot, but I'm gonna do that anyway. So I was like, well, if somebody felt like they were looking for a doctor anyway, and they saw my pictures and they like were able to go with a doctor who gives good results and stuff, like, yeah, sure, go ahead and use my photos. Like, the way I found my surgeon was through people's photos, so maybe with my photos someone else can go and get their procedure done if that's what they were already looking to do, you know. That way I can just like help someone else with that, because I really appreciate that other people put their photos so that I could go to a good doctor. So I'm just like keeping it going, you know. So yeah, this was the 3-month checkup. I think the next one is, it's in 3 months, so that should be like the 6-month checkup, I think. And then I don't know if there's like another one, but I know there's like a 1-year checkup, and then I think you're done. Oh, and the way that they check your nose is like really easy. Like, he just like pinches it. I'm not gonna pinch it because like I have makeup on, you know, and also I'm like so careful with this thing, but Anyway, so he just like pinches your nose and just is like, yep, everything's good. I don't even know what they really look for, but you know, that's pretty much it. It's not painful, it doesn't take a long time or anything. The longest thing is just like driving there. That's pretty much it. Also, I asked about my tip of my nose. I was like, is it still swollen? Or, because I know it takes up to a year for the tip to heal. I just was like wondering how it was doing, like progress wise, and he was like, well, it's starting to kind of get back to normal. And he said that like when you pinch it, it's still hard, but by the time it's 1 year, it should be like as wiggly as like everybody else's nose, you know, at the tip, that you can just like wiggle it. So it should be back to normal by then. And what else? Oh, my septum. Oh my god. He was like flipping through pictures and just like stuff on my chart, just looking for something, and I was like, is that my septum? Because apparently they take before and after photos of your septum, which I didn't know, but that's so cool, and I kind of want a copy. Like I should probably ask, but it's really crazy, you guys. So what happened was, I thought that I had like a mild to moderate breathing problem, more on the mild side if anything. Turns out I was so wrong. So he showed me the photos and it was just like mind-boggling, seriously. He was like, okay, you see how like these two tissues like connect? There's supposed to be like a big gap where you get air, and I was just like, what do you mean? And he was like, you weren't getting any air at all through that nostril, and I was like, oh my god. I was not getting any air on one side, and then he showed me the other side and he's like, look, you see that little sliver of a space? That's the only place you were getting air from. And I was like, what? Like, I had no idea that it was that bad. Who would have thought that it was that bad? So apparently, who knows how I was like living my daily life, living like that with barely any oxygen coming through. So yeah, one side was like totally sealed off because of my septum, and the other side was barely allowing me to breathe. So I'm so glad that it was corrected. And I seriously think that like getting my septum fixed was like life-changing, literally, like not even joking, like life-changing, because before I couldn't get through a regular day like without coffee. It was extremely difficult. I couldn't even make it like through a couple of hours. I would just be so exhausted all the time. To exercise was so draining. Like, I didn't know how people ran marathons and stuff, because I was like running on the treadmill for like 10 minutes and my whole face would get like a tomato. But it's like, well, obviously, like looking back now, it's like if you had no air coming in, obviously you're gonna get so tired all the time. So yeah. And also I sleep so much better now. Like, I wake up and I'm like in a great mood and I have tons of energy and I'm like ready for a day, which I think is what normal people experience. But that's not what I had, so it's made seriously like a huge difference. I sleep so well now. I should like track my sleep and see how it compares to like a couple months ago before I had my surgery, but it's changed everything. It's amazing. So if you guys are really tired all the time or just like really lethargic for no reason and you don't know why, go to an ENT. Maybe you have a nose problem like I did also, so you know, just throwing that out there. But yeah, like functionality, awesome. Like aesthetically, awesome. So it's been a really good decision and I just really love it. So if you guys are really considering getting a rhinoplasty, I mean, obviously like do your research and stuff, but for me personally, it was such a good decision to get my septum fixed and my nose aesthetically fixed. If you guys have any other questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below, or you can also DM me on Twitter. Instagram, I've also been getting a lot of DMs about rhinoplasty and stuff like that, so if you have any questions, you can just like message me, because I know sometimes it's just like one of those things that you're kind of like iffy about like putting in public comments, so you can just DM me, whatever's easier for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, everything is at AmyCrouton, like any social media. It makes my life so much easier. I don't have to remember things. Anyway, you can just like follow me there. And also if you guys want to support me on Patreon, you can click right there and it will take you there. And if you are new here and you want to subscribe, it just lets you know whenever I upload. You can click right there. And if you want to check out my other videos, you can click right there or right there. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!